Here we go, Grand Third graders. It's time to go over solutions for our DMA for today. So I want to get started. It's week 6, day 2. So make sure that you're on our day 2. We're going to start off with our addition problem or equation. So we know that it's addition because we see a plus symbol here and an equal symbol. Remember that the equal symbol is called or known for understanding that it's same as, not answer, but same as. So we could even write our equal sign with 394 plus 496 on the other side of our equation. So just remember that when you see an equal symbol, we're not looking for an answer. We're trying to find the same as, or it's a balance between one side of the equal sign to the other side of the equal sign. Just wanted to touch base on that idea. So let's get started. We can use our break apart strategy. So if I do that, I know that I have my 300 plus my 400 is going to be 700. We know that in our tens place we have 90 and 90. And of course 90 is very close to our next 100. So that tells us we're going to have to regroup. So 90 plus one more 10 from here would be 100. And then that would give me 80. So this is 180 if you just wanted to think about how to do this as with a mental strategy. And we have 4 in the ones place and 6 in the ones place for that number. And we know that when we add those, we get a 10, which tells us now we have enough ones to regroup into a tens place. So thinking about this along the lines of using our understanding of place value, we know that we have 90. When we add this 10 from 80 to 10 is 90. 700 plus one more 100 is going to be 800. 890. So if we had one more 10, we would be at 900. Another way to think about this is we can take our larger addend, we call it an addend, and add by place value. So we could add 300 from this 300 here, which would give us 796. We could take 796 and add 90 here from the 394, and that would tell us that we're going to add one more 10, which would be 806. 806 plus 80 more would be 886. 886. And then if we take that 886 and we add 4 more, we would get 890. Another way that you could also consider looking at is taking our 4 from the 394 and adding it onto the 496 to make this a nice round friendly number of 500. So if I were to do that and I take this 4 and add it onto that 496, that would leave me with 390. And I would be adding it to 500 because now this would be 500 when I add 4 more. And so I would just add 500 plus the 300s here, which would give me my 800s, and I don't have anything to add here to the 10s or the 1s, so it would give me 890. So just 3 different strategies here that you can think about when we are adding numbers, okay? The next problem asks us to write the number from word form into standard form. So that means that we need to take each place value and write a digit for that place value in its correct place. So we have 500, so I take the digit 5 and write it in the hundreds place. 60 tells me that's 6 tens, and 6 tens would give me a 6 in the tens place. And here it tells me I have 3 ones, so I would put the digit 3 here in the place value of the ones place. Now, if I were going to write this in expanded form, each one of these digits would be taken apart and written as its own value based on each one of the digits. So, just another way to think about taking it from standard form into expanded form, just to revisit that idea. So, our next problem has to do with something that we've been working on in class, which is drawing arrays to match this equation. So, whatever it might be, you could do stars, circles, X's, rectangles, or squares, dots, whatever would help you with this understanding of drawing an array. Remember, an array is a group of or set of amounts that are put into rows and columns. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows. We have 3 rows of 5 here. We have 3 rows of 5. So when we draw the array, we would say I have one group of 5, which goes with this 5. I would draw another row of 5 that would go with this group of 5. And I would draw another row of 5, which would go with that group of 5. Now, to double check and make sure, I would know that this group of 5 plus this group of 5 is 10, plus this group of 5 would make 15, and so that does match our total here, which in this case is our sum. Now, it would also be nice for you to be able to write a multiplication sentence to go along with this. So my first factor tells me my rows. I have 3 rows, and my second factor is going to tell me how many to put in each row, which goes along with your addition sentence here also. So when we find the total of 5 plus 5 plus 5, we know that it's going to add up to 15 as our product. Okay, our next problem is having us take a look at a bar graph. So if we look at our intervals here at the scale, we know that we're going by ones. So that means that each one of these on our scale is one student in this case. We have a survey that was taken. It says favorite ice cream flavors. The choices that people had was chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. 9 people chose chocolate, 5 people chose vanilla, and 7 people chose strawberry. So now if we take a look at what our question is asking us, it says how many students liked chocolate and vanilla. Remember that "and" is helping us understand that we're combining these amounts. Now, if it said how many more students like chocolate than vanilla, then we would be subtracting those amounts to find the difference. But in this case, we want to combine the chocolate and vanilla amounts. Please make sure to write an equation. So we have the people that like chocolate. We have 9 students that like chocolate. I'm going to put a C under here to show my thinking. This is going to be my people for chocolate. My vanilla are going to be 5. And this is going to put a V here for vanilla. And when I add those, If you think about 9 plus 5, think about 10 plus 5. What is 10 plus 5? If you said 15, you're correct. Now, let's just take 1 away from that, and 1 less than 15 would be 14. So, chocolate and vanilla. So, 14 students like chocolate and vanilla. And here's a little and sign here. So, those are the 4 warm-up problems for today. We will do week 6, day 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. And so keep working on these. These are nice little review problems to just help keep us current with what we've been doing and reviewing all of these skills. So keep up the good work, and we will see you tomorrow.